Samantha sat on her bedroom floor, surrounded by piles of photographs and old letters. The sunlight streamed through the window, casting warm rays across the room, but inside her heart, a chill lingered. She held a picture of her and her best friend, Mia, taken during their last summer together before Mia moved away. They were both laughing, carefree and happy, but now, that joy felt like a distant memory. Mia had left for college in another state, and although Samantha was excited for her friend, she couldn't shake the feeling of loneliness that had settled in since the goodbye. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, and the distance between them felt like an unbridgeable gap. They video chatted occasionally, but it wasn't the same as sitting together in their favorite coffee shop, talking about everything and nothing for hours. Samantha often scrolled through her phone, looking at the messages they had exchanged. Mia would send funny memes and updates about her new life, but Samantha struggled to reply. She felt an ache inside her, a longing for the connection they once had. Whenever she saw Mia's name pop up on her screen, a mix of joy and sadness washed over her. How could she feel so close, yet so far away? One evening, Samantha decided to reach out. She picked up her phone and stared at it for a long time, contemplating whether to send a message. "Hey Mia, how's college? I miss you." Felt too simple, too inadequate. After a deep breath, she typed out a longer message, trying to express how much she missed their friendship and how she wanted to reconnect. But just as she was about to hit send, doubt crept in. What if Mia was too busy with her new life? If she had forgotten about her? With a heavy heart, Samantha put her phone down and wandered to the window. She watched as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. The beauty of the sunset reminded her of the countless evenings she and Mia had spent together, sharing dreams and secrets. Samantha felt tears prick at her eyes. She wanted to reach out, to bridge the distance, but fear held her back. Days passed, and the ache in her heart grew stronger. Samantha missed the sound of Mia's laughter, the way they could talk for hours without getting bored, she thought. About all the memories they had created together, sleepovers filled with late-night talks, road trips with the windows down, and silly dance parties in the living room. Each memory was a reminder of what she was missing. Finally, one afternoon, Samantha decided enough was enough. She couldn't let fear stop her from reaching out to someone she cared about. She took a deep breath and picked up her phone again. This time, she typed a message without overthinking it. "Hey Mia, I've been thinking about you a lot lately. I really miss you. Can we video chat soon? I'd love to catch up." After pressing send, she felt a rush of relief and anxiety. What if Mia didn't respond? What if she was too busy? But deep down, Samantha knew she had to try. She couldn't let their friendship fade away just because of distance. The next day, while she was at school, her phone buzzed with a notification. It was Mia. Her heart raced as she opened the message. "Samantha, I miss you too. I'd love to video chat. How about tonight?" Samantha's face broke into a smile. The distance between them felt a little less daunting now. They set a time for their call, and as the hours passed, Samantha's excitement grew. She prepared her favorite snacks, wanting everything to be perfect for their reunion. When the time finally arrived, she settled into her favorite spot on the couch and opened her laptop. As the video call connected, Mia's face appeared on the screen, and for a moment, it felt like no time had passed at all. They both laughed and talked like old times, sharing stories about their lives and catching up on everything. In that moment, the distance that had felt so overwhelming began to dissolve. They made plans to visit each other during the holidays, promising to stay connected no matter how far apart they were. Samantha realized that although miles separated them, their friendship was strong enough to bridge any gap as they wrapped up the call. Samantha's heart felt lighter. The sadness that had weighed her down was replaced with hope and joy. She knew that as long as they both cared, they could always find a way back to each other, no matter the distance. After her heartfelt video call with Mia, Samantha felt a renewed sense of hope. The laughter and warmth they shared reminded her that their friendship was still alive, despite the miles that separated them. However, as the days passed, Samantha found herself slipping back into a familiar sadness. The excitement of reconnecting began to fade, and the reality of distance set in again. Samantha went back to her daily routine, but everything felt different. She missed Mia's presence in her life, the way they would text each other throughout the day, sharing funny stories and inside jokes. Now, the silence felt heavy. Although they had promised to stay in touch, it was hard to reach out consistently. Samantha worried that she was bothering Mia, who was busy with classes and new friends. Each time she picked up her phone to send a message, doubt crept in. What if Mia didn't have time to talk? What if she was too wrapped up in her new life? Rainy afternoon, Samantha sat in her room, staring out the window at the falling raindrops. The gray skies matched her mood. She picked up her phone and scrolled through their old photos again. Each picture brought back memories that made her smile and ache at the same time. She longed to create new memories with Mia, but felt unsure about how to bridge the gap between them. As the rain poured outside, Samantha decided to take a break from her thoughts. She grabbed her sketchbook and pencil, something she loved to do whenever she felt overwhelmed. Drawing helped her process her feelings. So she began to sketch a scene from one of their favorite outings, a picnic at the park, surrounded by blooming flowers and laughter. In the drawing, she imagined Mia sitting next to her, both of them enjoying the sunny day. Lost in her artwork, Samantha felt a wave of calm wash over her. But as she finished the sketch, a thought struck her. What if she could send the drawing to Mia? Might help bridge the gap between their worlds? A simple, heartfelt gesture could remind Mia of their bond and show her that Samantha was thinking of her. With renewed determination, Samantha took a picture of the drawing and typed a message. Hey Mia, I drew this today. It reminded me of our picnic. I miss those days. Hope you're doing well. Let's chat soon. After hitting send, she felt a mix of excitement and fear. Would Mia appreciate the drawing? Would it remind her of their friendship? Or would it seem silly? The following day, while Samantha was in class, her phone buzzed again. When she checked it, her heart leaped. It was Mia. Samantha, I love this. You're so talented. I miss our picnics too. Let's plan one when I come to visit. Samantha's heart swelled with joy. The message brought a smile to her face, and she felt a wave of relief. Mia hadn't forgotten about her, and their friendship still meant something. They exchanged messages throughout the day, sharing updates about their lives and making plans for Mia's visit during the upcoming holiday break. As the days turned into weeks, Samantha found herself looking forward to their conversations. They began to talk more frequently, sharing snippets of their daily routines, discussing their favorite shows, and reminiscing about old times. Each message brought them closer, and Samantha felt the distance between them shrinking. One evening, as they chatted over video call, Mia mentioned how she was struggling to adjust to college life. It's been hard making new friends, Mia confessed. I miss you in our talks. You always knew how to make me laugh. Samantha listened intently, feeling a mix of empathy and understanding. She realized that Mia was also feeling the weight of distance, even if their lives had taken different paths. I miss you too, Samantha said softly. But I'm here for you. No matter how far apart we are, we'll always have each other. After that conversation, Samantha decided to plan a surprise for Mia's upcoming visit. She wanted to make it special, a way to show Mia how much she cared. She began brainstorming ideas for activities they could do together, from visiting their favorite cafe to going on nature hikes. The thought of spending time with Mia again filled her with excitement. As the holiday approached, Samantha felt a sense of anticipation building. She realized that even though distance could be difficult, it also taught her the value of friendship. She learned that it was possible to stay connected, even when life pulled them in different directions. No matter how far apart they were, Samantha was determined to cherish their bond. She understood that true friendship could weather any storm, and she was ready to welcome Mia back into her life with open arms. As the holidays approached, Samantha felt a flutter of excitement mixed with nervousness. Mia was coming back to visit, and she wanted everything to be perfect. She spent hours planning activities that would make their time together unforgettable. It had been months since they had seen each other, and Samantha wanted to show Mia just how much she had missed her. Samantha made a list of things they could do. First on her list was their favorite cafe, where they used to spend hours sipping hot chocolate and talking about their dreams. She could already picture them sitting in their usual corner, laughing and sharing stories as if no time had passed. Next, she thought about taking Mia to the park where they had their picnics. The leaves were changing colors, and it would be beautiful to walk through the trees and enjoy the autumn scenery together. But as she planned, a wave of doubt washed over her. What if Mia had changed too much? What if they didn't connect like they used to? Samantha shook her head, trying to push the thoughts away. She reminded herself that their friendship had survived the distance before, and this visit was an opportunity to strengthen their bond. The day Mia was set to arrive, Samantha woke up early, filled with anticipation. She decided to bake some cookies to surprise Mia. Baking had always been something they enjoyed doing together. It felt like a perfect way to welcome her back. Samantha mixed the ingredients, the familiar scents of chocolate and vanilla filling her kitchen. As she baked, memories flooded back, the countless times they had experimented with recipes, sometimes failing but always laughing after the cookies were done. Samantha carefully arranged them on a plate and set them aside. She wanted everything to be just right. She dressed in her favorite sweater and tidied her room, making sure it looked inviting and cozy. Finally, as the clock ticked closer to Mia's arrival, she felt a flutter of nerves in her stomach. When the doorbell rang, Samantha's heart raced. She rushed to the door, opening it wide to find Mia standing there, her face lighting up with a smile. "Samantha," she exclaimed, pulling her into a warm hug. The embrace felt familiar and comforting, as if no time had passed at all. "Welcome back," Samantha said, stepping back to take a good look at her friend. Mia looked different, but in a good way. She had a new haircut, and her eyes sparkled with excitement. "I'm so glad you're here." Mia grinned and took a deep breath, inhaling the sweet scent of cookies. "It smells amazing in here."
"Did you bake these for me?"
Samantha nodded, feeling a wave of happiness wash over her. "I thought we could start with these and then head to the cafe. I've missed our hot chocolate dates." They settled on the couch with the plate of cookies between them. As they shared the treats, they caught up on their lives, laughing and reminiscing about old times. It felt so natural, like they had never been apart. They talked about Mia's college experiences, the friends she had made, and the challenges she faced. Samantha shared her own stories, the ups and downs of her daily life. In her recent struggle with feeling distant, "I was really worried we wouldn't connect like we used to," Samantha admitted, her voice softening. "I didn't want to lose you as a friend." Mia smiled kindly. "I felt the same way.
All right.
But being here now, it feels like home again. I missed you so much." Samantha's heart swelled with joy, and she felt a weight lift off her shoulders. They spent hours talking, sharing stories, and laughing until their sides hurt. It was as if no time had passed since they last saw each other. After their cookie feast, the two friends decided to head to the park. The trees were ablaze with autumn colors, and the air was crisp and refreshing. They walked side by side along the winding paths, soaking in the beauty of the season. The sound of crunching leaves beneath their feet added to the magic of the moment. As they reached their favorite spot, a grassy area under a large oak tree, Samantha felt a surge of happiness. They settled down on a blanket, just like old times, and began to talk about their dreams for the future. Mia shared her aspirations to travel and explore new cultures, while Samantha expressed her desire to pursue art and perhaps even study it in college. "I want to create something that inspires people," Samantha said, her eyes shining with passion. "I want my art to tell stories, just like ours." Mia nodded enthusiastically, her support evident. "You can do it, Samantha. You've always been so talented. I believe in you." In that moment, sitting under the vibrant autumn leaves, Samantha realized that no matter the distance between them, their friendship was strong and resilient. They had both grown and changed, but the love and connection they shared remained unbreakable. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the park, Samantha felt grateful. She knew that with effort and commitment, they could keep their friendship alive. no matter how far apart life took them. As the days of Mia's visit flew by, Samantha felt a renewed sense of joy. They spent every moment catching up, revisiting their favorite places, and creating new memories. Each day felt like a gift, and Samantha cherished the laughter and closeness they shared. But as the day of Mia's departure approached, the reality of their distance began to weigh heavily on her heart once more. One evening, after a long day of exploring the town, Samantha and Mia returned home, exhausted but happy. They flopped down on the couch, surrounded by the remnants of their adventures, snacks, photos, and a pile of souvenirs. As they relaxed, Samantha glanced at the clock. It was late, and their time together was slipping away. "Mia," Samantha said softly, her voice tinged with sadness. "I can't believe you have to go back tomorrow. It feels like you just got here." Mia looked at her friend, her expression shifting to one of understanding. "I know. I wish I could stay longer. This has been so special." Samantha felt a lump in her throat. "I just don't want to feel distant from you again. I want to keep this connection alive." Mia reached over and squeezed Samantha's hand. "We will. I promise. It's important to us both. We just need to make an effort, no matter how far apart we are." Samantha nodded, but uncertainty crept back in. How could they maintain their friendship when life would pull them in different directions once more? She wanted to believe Mia, but the thought of returning to their old routine without her friend felt daunting. "Maybe we can set up a regular time to talk," Mia suggested. "What if we have a video call every week? We can share what's happening in our lives and keep each other updated." "I love that idea," Samantha exclaimed, feeling a spark of hope. "We can even have themed calls. It's like a movie night or a cooking night where we both make the same dish." "That sounds fun." Mia smiled brightly. "We could even do a virtual book club if we find a book we both want to read." As they brainstormed ideas, Samantha felt her heart lighten. They were coming up with practical ways to stay connected, and it made the distance seem less intimidating. She realized that as long as they both committed to making time for each other, their friendship could thrive, no matter the miles between them. After their discussion, they decided to make the most of Mia's last night. They pulled out old photo albums, reminiscing about their childhood and all the silly things they had done together. Each picture brought back memories of laughter, joy, and sometimes even tears. They talked about their dreams and how they had changed over the years. Sharing their hopes for the future, Samantha felt a surge of gratitude for their bond. Even if they lived far apart, their friendship was built on a strong foundation of love and understanding. As they flipped through the pages of their memories, Samantha realized that their connection was more than just about being in the same place. It was about being there for each other, no matter the distance. As the night wore on, they settled into a cozy spot on the couch, wrapped in blankets. "Let's make a pact," Mia said, her voice serious. "No matter what happens, we will always make time for each other. Even if life gets busy, we will find a way to stay connected." Samantha nodded, feeling a sense of determination. "I promise. I don't want to lose you again." Mia smiled, and they both felt a wave of comfort wash over them. They understood that friendships could endure challenges, but they were willing to put in the effort to make theirs last. The next morning arrived far too quickly. As they packed Mia's bags, Samantha felt a mix of emotions. She was happy for her friend, who was returning to her new life, but sad to see her go. They hugged tightly at the door, not wanting to let go. "I'll miss you so much," Samantha whispered, fighting back tears. "I'll miss you too," Mia replied, her voice thick with emotion. "But this isn't goodbye. It's just a new beginning for us." With one last squeeze, they stepped back, both knowing that their friendship was entering a new phase. They promised to keep in touch and stick to their plans for weekly calls and shared activities. As Mia walked away, Samantha stood at the door, watching her friend disappear down the street. She felt a tinge of sadness, but it was accompanied by a sense of hope. Their friendship had transformed through the challenges of distance, and Samantha knew that as long as they both cared, they could navigate this new chapter together. With a smile, she turned back into the house, ready to embrace the future, knowing that no distance could truly separate them. After Mia returned to college, Samantha found herself in a quiet house, the absence of her friend echoing in the silence. The first few days were the hardest. She missed their late-night talks and spontaneous adventures, although they had promised. To stay in touch, the routine of daily life made it easy to forget their commitment. Samantha tried to keep herself busy. She focused on her schoolwork and spent time with other friends. But no one could replace Mia. Sometimes she found herself scrolling through her phone, hoping for a message from Mia to brighten her day. But as the days turned into weeks, those messages came less frequently than she had hoped. One evening, feeling particularly lonely, Samantha decided to reach out to Mia. She picked up her phone and opened the messaging app. "Hey, Mia. College, I miss you," she typed, her heart racing as she hit send. She waited, staring at her screen, hoping for a quick reply. After a while, she received a notification. "Hey, Samantha. I miss you too. College is busy, but I'm doing well. How are you?" Samantha felt a rush of happiness. Their conversation flowed easily as they exchanged updates about their lives. Mia shared stories about her classes, new friends, and experiences in the city. But as the conversation continued, Samantha sensed a distance creeping back in. Mia's life was moving forward, and Samantha felt stuck in the past. "I'm glad you're doing well," Samantha wrote, trying to keep her tone light. "I'm just focusing on school and staying busy. It's a bit quiet without you here," Mia replied quickly. "I understand. I miss our time together. We should plan a call this weekend. It'll be nice to catch up properly." Samantha's heart soared. "Yes, let's do that. I'd love to hear more about everything." As the weekend approached, Samantha felt a mix of excitement and anxiety. She wanted the call to be special, just like their time together during Mia's visit. On the day of the call, she prepared her favorite snacks, set up a cozy spot on the couch, and even made a list of topics they could discuss. When the time finally arrived, she opened her laptop and waited for Mia to join the video call. As soon as Mia's face appeared on the screen, Samantha felt a wave of happiness wash over her. "Hey, you look great. Thanks." "So do you," Mia replied, her smile brightening the room. They exchanged pleasantries, and the conversation it began to flow. They talked about their families, friends, and the things they missed about each other. Mia shared how she was learning to navigate college life, while Samantha talked about her art projects and upcoming school events. As they laughed and reminisced about their past, Samantha felt a small spark of hope. But as the call went on, she noticed that their conversation would occasionally drift into silence. It was as if they both felt the weight of the distance between them. Samantha took a deep breath and decided to address it. "You know, sometimes I worry that we're drifting apart," she admitted, her voice shaky. Mia's expression softened. "I feel that way too. It's hard to keep in touch with everything going on, but I really want to make this work. You're one of my closest friends, and I don't want to lose you." Samantha felt a wave of relief wash over her. "Me too. I just don't know how to keep our connection strong when we're so far apart." Mia thought for a moment. "What if we set a regular schedule for our calls? Maybe every Saturday. We can plan some fun things to do together, like watching a movie at the same time or cooking the same recipe." "I love that idea," replied, feeling excitement bubbling inside her. "We could even start a virtual book club or do art challenges together." "Exactly. That way, we can share our experiences and keep each other updated on what's happening in our lives," Mia said, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. As they continued to brainstorm ideas, Samantha felt a renewed sense of hope. They were both committed to making an effort, and that made all the difference. After their call, Samantha felt lighter. She realized that distance didn't have to mean disconnection. They could find ways to keep their friendship alive, even if they were miles apart. In the following weeks, Samantha and Mia kept their promise. They scheduled regular calls, explored new recipes, and watched movies together, laughing and sharing their thoughts. Each conversation brought them closer, and Samantha felt grateful for the effort they both put in. Although the distance was still there, it no longer felt overwhelming. Instead, it became a challenge that they faced together. With every call, every shared experience, Samantha learned that true friendship could withstand anything, including miles and busy schedules. As the months passed, Samantha felt a sense of strength in her heart. She knew that as long as they both cared and made an effort, their friendship would continue to thrive, no matter how far apart they were. As the months rolled on, Samantha and Mia worked hard to keep their friendship alive. They had established a routine of weekly video calls and shared activities. And while it helped, Samantha still felt a twinge of sadness whenever she thought about how far apart they were. Each time they hung up, she wished she could reach through the screen and give Mia a hug. One day, Samantha was scrolling through her social media feed. She noticed a post from Mia. It showed a picture of her with her new friends at a college event. They were all smiling and having a great time, but it stirred something inside Samantha. She felt happy for Mia, but also a little envious. Her friend was making new memories while she was stuck in the same routine. That evening, during their scheduled call, Samantha decided to bring it up. "Mia, I saw your post today. It looks like you're having so much fun at college." Mia smiled brightly. "Thanks, I really am. It's been a great experience so far, but I miss you.
No.
I wish you could be here to join in on all the fun." "Miss you too," Samantha admitted, her heart aching. "Sometimes I feel like we're drifting apart, even with our calls. I want to be there for you, but it's hard not being able to share those moments together." Mia nodded, her face serious. "Understand. We're both busy with our lives, but that doesn't mean we can't find ways to stay connected. Just need to be creative about it." Samantha sighed, but felt hopeful. "What do you think we can do?" Mia thought for a moment. "What if I surprise you? You could come home for a weekend. We can have a mini reunion and do all the things we love."
Ow.
Samantha's heart raced at the idea. "Really? You'd do that?" "Of course, I want to see you. Let's make it happen." They spent the rest of the call planning the surprise visit. Mia promised to keep it a secret from Samantha's family, and they decided on a weekend in just a few weeks. Samantha could hardly contain her excitement as they hung up. The thought of seeing Mia in person filled her with joy. As the days passed, Samantha felt a sense of anticipation brewing inside her. She counted down the days until Mia's arrival, often daydreaming about all the fun things they would do together. They would visit their favorite cafe, go for long walks in the park, and have a movie marathon just like old times. Finally, the weekend arrived. Samantha woke up early, her heart racing with excitement. She spent the morning tidying her room and preparing for her friend's visit. She even baked a batch of cookies, hoping to create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. When the doorbell rang that afternoon, Samantha's heart leaped. She rushed to the door and flung it open. There stood Mia, suitcase in hand, wearing a huge smile. Samantha squealed with joy as she threw her arms around Mia. "I can't believe you're here." They hugged tightly, both feeling the warmth of their friendship radiate through them. It felt so good to be together again. After a moment, they pulled back, and Samantha noticed how much Mia had changed. She looked more confident and full of life, and it made her heart swell with pride. "Let's get started," Mia said, bouncing on her feet. "What's first on our agenda?" Samantha grinned. "We're going to the cafe. I've missed their hot chocolate." As they walked to the cafe, the air was filled with the familiar sense of autumn. The leaves rustled beneath their feet, and they chatted nonstop, just like they used to. It felt so natural, and Samantha realized how much she had missed this connection. At the cafe, they ordered their favorite drinks and settled into a cozy corner. They laughed and talked about everything: Mia's college life, Samantha's art, projects, and all the little things that had happened since they last saw each other. Time flew by, and it felt as if no time had passed at all. Afterward, they strolled through the park, enjoying the crisp air and vibrant colors of the autumn leaves. They found their favorite spot under the big oak tree, where they used to have picnics. Sitting there, Samantha looked at Mia and felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. "I'm so glad you came," she said sincerely. "This means everything to me." Mia smiled warmly. "Me too. I missed you so much. It's great to be back." I'll make sure to do this more often, okay? Samantha nodded, feeling a deep sense of happiness. They had faced the challenges of distance together, and now they were stronger for it. This reunion reminded her that while life could pull them apart, their friendship could endure. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the park, Samantha realized that they had created new memories together. Even though they lived far apart, they could always find a way to reconnect, no matter the distance. As the sun set over the park, casting a golden hue across the leaves, Samantha and Mia sat on their favorite blanket, cherishing the moment. The laughter and warmth they shared reminded them of the strong bond they had built over the years. So much time apart, it felt incredible to be together again, and their hearts were full of joy after their outing. They returned to Samantha's home, where they settled in for a cozy movie night. They prepared popcorn, grabbed their favorite snacks, and picked out a classic film they both loved. As the movie played, they laughed, quoted their favorite lines, and exchanged knowing glances. It felt like no time had passed since they had last enjoyed these simple moments together. During a slow part of the movie, Samantha turned to Mia and said, "I'm really glad you surprised me. I didn't realize how much I needed this time with you." Mia smiled. "Me too. I think we both needed a reminder of how much fun we have together. You know, I was worried that being apart would change everything." Samantha nodded, feeling the weight of Mia's words. "I felt the same way. It was hard to adjust to you being away. I missed you so much, and sometimes I thought we were drifting apart." Mia reached for Samantha's hand. "We're stronger than that. We've been friends for so long, and I believe we can make this work, no matter the distance." Their hearts swelled with reassurance. They spent the rest of the night talking about their dreams and plans for the future, sharing their thoughts on life, love, and everything in between. As they talked, Samantha felt a sense of clarity emerging. She realized that their friendship could thrive even with the miles between them. After the movie ended, they decided to take a nighttime stroll around Samantha's neighborhood. The air was cool and refreshing, and the stars sparkled brightly above them. As they walked, they talked about what they could do to keep their friendship alive moving forward. "What if we plan monthly visits?" Mia suggested. "You can come to see me at college, and I can come back here. That way we can keep making memories." Samantha's eyes lit up. "That's a fantastic idea. We can explore new places together, and I could meet your college friends too." "Absolutely. I want you to be a part of my life here," Mia replied enthusiastically. "And I want to hear all about your art projects and anything else you're working on." Encouraged by their plans, Samantha felt a rush of excitement. They made a list of places they wanted to explore together during Mia's next visit. They talked about going to concerts, visiting art galleries, and even trying new restaurants in the area. Just then, they passed by the park, where they had spent so many afternoons in their childhood. Samantha stopped and looked at the swings, her heart filling with nostalgia. "Remember when we used to come here after school? We had so many adventures." Mia nodded, a smile spreading across her face. "Of course, we'd pretend we were on a spaceship, flying to other planets." Samantha laughed. "We'd always get in trouble for staying out too late." They both chuckled, reminiscing about their carefree days. In that moment, Samantha realized how much those memories meant to her. They had shaped her into the person she was today. And her friendship with Mia had been a key part of that journey. As they continued their walk, Samantha felt a sense of peace settle over her. She knew that while distance could be challenging, it didn't have to define their friendship. They had proven that they could find ways to reconnect, share experiences, support each other, no matter where life took them. When they returned home, Samantha felt a surge of gratitude wash over her. She turned to Mia and said, "Thank you for making the effort to come home. It's reminded me of how important our friendship is." Mia smiled warmly. "I think we both needed this. Just remember, no matter how far apart we are, I'll always be here for you." As they hugged tightly, Samantha felt a strong sense of hope. They had faced the challenges of distance and emerged even stronger. Their friendship was a treasure, one that could withstand any obstacle. With their hearts full and their spirits high, Samantha and Mia knew they were ready to embrace the future. They would continue to support each other, no matter the distance. Together, they would create new memories, share laughter, and keep their friendship alive for years to come. And so, as the stars twinkled overhead, they made a promise to each other to always stay connected, to never take their friendship for granted, and to cherish the bond that had brought them together, no matter where life led them.